the next level. Take it to the next level. Take it to the next level. Take it to the next level. Level, 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 level,
Let's get it. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the SRG League Season 2, I believe. My name is Crowns. You know the vibes. Today, I've chosen not to wear a beanie to get started. You can see my head. But I'm going to be wearing a beanie by the end of this game. I pretty much have my Durag beside me. I just don't want to wear it. But that being said, let's not talk too much. We've already seen the qualifier stage of this tournament, and now we are going straight into the, well, next qualifier stage, because today we've got Lobby A versus Lobby B, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm going to stop boring you out with my talk, and I'm going to let you stop seeing this beautiful face you're seeing, as we'll be heading directly into the first game of the day. Welcome to Erangel. I believe I should have this set up. Yes, I do. I'm such a streaming genius. I keep mentioning this. Anyway, we do have that playing path looking quite alright. I've got two noisemakers in my ear, so I'm just gonna take them off. But we do have that playing path taking us all the way from the western side of the map, taking us all the way towards the waters of Yasnaya Polyana and Lipovka. If you play PUBG Mobile, you should already know the part of the map that I am talking about. That being said, I am keeping a very close eye on my stream to make sure that I am not lagging at any point in time. If I start to drop frames, I will be dropping my next screen. But anyway, it does look like we have a little bit of a hot drop going on in the Gatkar area of the map. Okay, yes, I can hear. I am on Do Not Disturb, and I believe we should be all good to go. I'm not even just gonna start. Anyway, yeah, we should be good to go. I need to increase the volume somewhere because it's usually not this low. Huh, okay. I guess I'll increase it to the even more. Anyway, that being said, we already start to see grenades going out, so we're not going to spend too much time on here. We get straight into the fight. It's going to be the team there from Unlimited going up against INEX. Interesting. Anyway, INEX already having two players down, Maria and Unknown, the last two players to hold on the fort. Maria not having the best of weapons there though in the M16A4, but we do see the push coming in through from way, going for the push. The pistol is what that player has got in hand, goes in for the side sweep, and it does get that first knock there. And looking for more as Unknown now, currently the only player in that building, does get taken out from the side. Unlimited win that fight. They are the kings of Gatka for now, and that is going to be the first hot drop of the day, done and dusted. Sad scenes, but nothing really spoiled. I'm going to just see if I can throw up that map over there, just so you guys can keep an eye out for teams who might just want to see where every other team landed and, you know, how they run their thing. Is this production or what? What are you talking about? Don't even chat with me, bruv. What are you saying? But anyway, first engagement of the day already happened. Because of what I've got going on the screen, I might have the map showing twice. Just take it like that. Either I'll have the map showing twice, or I would or well, one would be, well, really laying over the other. You see what I'm saying? You would see what I am saying. But are we gonna let it stop us? No, we are not, because we will just keep going on. But anyway, let's get it. I'm trying to see if I can, if I try to stream to Discord, my PC is just going to start lagging and it might probably explode. And I'm not ready for that yet. Anyway, I do see a little bit of an engagement going on with the side there of YK. And I'm just going to open up my team list because for a weird reason, I'm forgetting the names of the teams that are available here with me. Which is unlike me, by the way. But anyway, the fight does continue. It's going to be SPT. I believe that's going to be none other but Superpower team going up against the side of Yonko crew. Interesting to see that Yonko crew actually did make it to the next stage, and I'm glad to see that. Good to know that the teams are out there actively evolving and changing. You love to see that one. But that being said, shots still coming out though. It's a little bit of a stalemate going on here, but Yonko crew do have the advantage though, as we do have Longwood now pushing up towards that building, currently being held by Starboy, and we already see the pre-fires from Starboy doing the damage up onto Longwood. Here now has to hold on as Tony does find the off angle there. Does do a lot of damage now as Witcher now has to hold on the fort. Starboy currently being distracted right here as Tony continues to find that off angle. Witcher still trying not to lose guard too much. He does go for the revive, and I think Tony might have just spotted that, or maybe not. But here now, not too much grenades to work with. Starboy just upstairs as Tony continues to draw nearer. Nearer, my God, today, nearer today. A lot of stun grenades currently being chunked out, and we do see Starboy, you know, not exhibiting Starboy behaviors, but what other way to hold this building than the way he is holding it right now. He does leave that stairs alone, allowing that push come through, and that is the one knock extra knock that they were looking for. Superpower team, I do not know if they grabbed that revive up onto Abdul, and indeed they did, as the rest of Yonko crew did sleep on that one. It does look like now they have the idea, they know exactly where the other team is, and they will be looking to push up to that position. Right now, still looking at that map here, trying to see where the other teams are currently located. Not too much of a hot drop going on in any other part of the map. As you can see it up there, Wicha though does get spotted and downed instantly by Tony as he does sleep on that push. Now it is a 2v3. Definitely not what they wanted as the superpower team get themselves into the vehicle. They've done the numbers, they've done the damage, and they will just be heading out of there, licking their wounds and counting their losses. It does look like they might be running into yet another team though, not quite able to catch a break here. The team there from Superpower, but as I said, I don't think they're going to be letting all of that draw them down, as they will just continue to make their move into the zone. The tire though does get popped from the side. Abdu trying to maneuver that vehicle as fast and carefully, or best as he can. I would have supported a switch to the UAZ there, but this road is one that is known to have a lot of vehicles, so if you miss one, you definitely can find another, as the side of Superpower team would have to find a way to survive the rest of this game without well, with this vehicle they have, without their full squad. Tough. Down towards the south is where we have, I think I need to do a hotkey that's going to make this turn on and off, because I don't want to be using my mouse. Anyway, down towards the south we have the side there of NTL. I believe that is none other but the squad there from Nothing to Lose, out there close to the Gor Gor Esports. Kind of like that team name, not gonna lie, it's a little catchy. But anyway, up into the shelter is where Superpower team have decided to go to. They have a little bit of a company out here. I was about to call them Blank Legion, but it does look like this is not Blank Legion though. One knock already does come through though, so I kind of feel bad for Superpower team. They cannot just get a break, and yeah, they're down. I heard the DBS upstairs. Does look like Tony is the one looking for a little bit of trouble here. Team 12, I believe that is cluster shot. Well, that is what they were supposed to be. Right now they do have BL as the insignia. The zone does move. Show you what we've got going on there. As it does move up towards that northwestern side of the map. Definitely not a very comfortable zone for these teams. I don't think anyone likes it so far, but you have no choice. You don't like my aesthetic? You're gonna love it. That is exactly what PUBG Mobile is telling the teams right now, as they all have to make their rotations into that circle. I'm currently looking for the stream link because I do not see SRG live. Oh, there it is. There it is. I just want to be sure that that is me. And indeed, it is me. I do see I'm dropping frames due to render, and I believe that is because I just opened my stream on the side. I am stressing my PC to the maximum. Do I mind? No. Am I going to stop? No. I think what I'm just going to do is just close some Chrome tabs and we should be good. Yeah, we are good. I'm a streaming genius, bro. Don't even play with me. Anyway, it does look like that is going to be enough of the map that I will be showing you. So we're going to go in straight back into the screen. We already have a little bit of a looming fight up towards that southeastern edge of the circle with Team TSO looking quite close. The TSO Gang having a couple teams, 21st century if I'm being specific, just rotating just right by them. Everyone's looking to make it into the circle from that southern edge. The bridges are still free right now. No one has opted for the gatekeep just yet. If you ask me, where would I rather a team be in this circle? I'm currently looking at these compounds by the bridge. Fine, it is on the south. The zone might not go south. So definitely you do not want to fully commit to that position, but still it is a nice place to hold. I would recommend holding that position. It is a good one. Another position I would love to hold is where the team from Uenvy find themselves. My emulator has just crashed. I cannot give you a reason as to why, and I hope I can start the game again. But anyway, we're not going to let that drag us down. We'll still be fine regardless. A lot of teams looking to go towards that center circle, though. We do see Unlimited being one of those teams. 21st Century already finding a compound or maybe a little reach to hold. While this part is a good spot to hold, I think it's a little too early. Why I say it's a little too early is because maybe it could work, really. No worries, my roommate is fine, I promise you. Anyway, what I was saying about this part of the map, it's early to hold. You might not get as much eliminations as possible. If the zone does close up again, say if this were to be zone 3, 4, or even 5, or sometimes, you know, the smaller circles, then this would be a very perfect spot to hold. You'd be able to get in a lot of third parties. You're going to have a lot of cover to work with. But let's see how holding it early, it's going to favor this idea of 21st Century in this game. We move, we locomote, and we move, per usual. You get me? Anyway, I'm waiting my emulator to hopefully wake up. Hopefully it doesn't deal and affect with my computer a lot. Interesting to see no team actually coming to hold this compound here, though. But yeah, if they choose not to, that is fine. The way it looks, I can understand why anyone would actually think that zone is not going to move towards the southern side of the map, as we're starting to see shots coming through from 21st Century. I'm on 123 ms, but for a very weird reason, my phone is lagging. I couldn't give you a reason why. My phone cooler is connected. The phone is not hot, or at least not now, or not yet. But it does seem to be a little bit of trouble. But speaking of trouble, we have the players there from Ruthless Gaming Africa finding themselves in a little bit of a skirmish. Toucher! No! Oh, damn, so close. And then we have the players there from GTR, GATORs Esports, just outside in the blue zone. Does look like a little bit of a breach camp might be what is going on here. There's about 3 teams here. Players there from Ron, Revengers, no. Also another team that is out here in the vicinity. We're going to be putting our eye out here on GTR. They do look to be suffering a whole lot of... oh, I'm going to go to him. Come on, bro. No, Joe, not a knocked person. I want you to snipe somebody that is misbehaving, bro. Look at Paquito, he's misbehaving. Look at Kayowski, he's misbehaving, bro. Ooh, okay. My man's cooking. It does send it out, though. It's looking good, though. Gets a bounce. Boom. That was actually quite good. It just needed to move it up towards the side a little bit. The players there from Revenge 1 might be the one, or Revengers None might be the one playing a little bit of a spoiler here for GTR. This guy's nades are actually quite on the money. That you see that one actually did do a little bit of damage, but X actually does get knocked because of that grenade. GTR are gonna survive with one more. They do have a vehicle though, multiple vehicles. I can expect a crash onto this compound, try to get themselves more ground, because if they crash the compound, it draws them closer towards the bridge, which you know, at the end of the day, draws them even closer towards the zone. So that is something that I would have expected to see from them, but it does look like they want that revive to come through. They are getting into the vehicle, but I think it's a little too late, as Adri first already looking to going through. I think they want to go for the full crash, and indeed that is what they would do. Pull over to the building live and direct as we're starting to see that push coming through. Team still downstairs. Grenade going to be the first line of action. The first one comes through from Soul, connects up onto Paquito, and that is one player less that the players there from Revolution None have to deal with. But the jump shot is excellent from X to find yet another player. Pre-fires towards the side, doesn't quite find enough, but here comes Soul to continue the shot. The Tommy weapon in their hands there is not quite enough for Kayowski as he has to pull out. Finds the one knock though. The instant thirst is going to come through. Tommy Gun does have a lot of weapons or a lot of bullets to deal with, and Soul just going to bait out that push coming in through. He knows that info is being supplied, that they're reviving, and indeed it does come through. The bait has been taken and the knock has been found. Beautiful play coming in through from the side there of Revolution X. Team Ruthless Gaming Africa, my apologies. That was a very good game from Ruthless Gaming Africa. It's interesting to see that they were able to make it into the zone. Side of Revengers None would be going out to the play zone as they chose to swim, and that did not work out well for them. Zone actually does favor the side of 21st Century. Looks like we would not be getting any emulator action today. It does look like my emulator just continues to crash. We'll be figuring the reason. Well, I've taken down the data, and we'll be doing a little bit of research on that afterwards. For now, we stick with one screen. 21st Century still have that great spot that they're holding. The players there from Cluster Shots also have a very good spot that they have. sorry, currently in the shooting range. The only downside about being in the shooting range is the potential for third party. It is easily third party, you know, barely any covers. If you're in the compound, those compounds do not, or these buildings don't have so much windows that you can peek out from, so it can't allow you shoot too much. And it does look like we're going to be getting a full crash coming on through the Yonko crew. RB1s on the other hand, but that LMG, a very ruthless weapon in the MG3 there, doing so much damage as Pisto trying to just hold on the fort. Here now is going to try to grab the revive. And now there comes Gor Gor Esport to won the third party. And this is what I was saying about this position. It's a nice flank coming in through from Sony. DBS in the hands, goes in for the push, and it slaps him to the face. But the third party really doing in the damage. But Sonic goes into the car for the meantime. You can just see them looking for the shots there, the side there of Gor Gor Esports. They know there is a player in there. Sonic has not been spotted just yet. They see that vehicle moving now, and he has been uprooted. And I really do not know what the play was there. If they get a second knock, that is going to be their call to at least send 2 players there for the push. The zone pushes down towards the south, and 21st Century, now they have a good spot. But here's what I was saying about the amount of eliminations they might be getting from there. Gor Gor Esports, though, getting 2 shots, or they're taking 2 fights at the same time, though, with Wrecked. Looking at the other team from behind, it's going to be the players there from WR. I believe that is on Wild Rush. With 4 wide DO. Looking to go for a revive now. He needs to get that done, but I think he definitely has to be carrying him or something. Anyway, it does look like he's going for the revive though. Anyway, pulling over back towards the shooting range though, where we have the players there from Uenvy, a team that actually did play well in the first stage that I spectated. So it's wonderful to see them actually here in this stage, still keeping up with that consistency, staying alive. 11 squad alive right now. And then we have the shots continuing there with Wild Rush now getting full sense by the side of Gor Gor Esports. The jump shots would come through, sending them back and packing into the lobby, down to 10 teams. Uenvy though, keeping a very close eye onto the side there of cluster shots. And this is what I was saying about cluster shots position, very easily third-partied. You can see them taking shots from, you know, 2 different teams. They're trying to hold on their ends. That is beautiful support fire coming in through from Sonic to kind of draw the attention of the other squad away from his teammates. But I guess that is all he can do. He has to get into the circle now. And they will be running into a little bit of a rotational cluster with the side of Gor Gor Esports. But I think they might be able to pull this one off as a team. You know, they will be able to pull off that symbiotic rotation that I like to call it. But anyone who tries to pass through the front of 21st Century right now would be getting a whole lot of shots in their faces. Uenvy though still driving, and look at that, everyone towards that northern side running into a rotational skirmish. Gor Gor Esports would be getting their own right as they're able to breach in from that eastern circle, but Uenvy though do look to want to slam into the side of 21st Century. The shots coming in through, but Chinese Zing does get shot at from behind. Same thing can be said about Decole, as Uenvy down by 1 player, but they do have another player on the off angle, and that is a flank here. Definitely always flank on the off angle. Sends out the grenades towards Achilles. It does look good, but Achilles don't have the cover of the broken plane. And Flank now pushing quite carelessly. DBS in the hands of Flank. He's trying not to give it out just yet, but he's getting shot out from the side. Eventually falls as the rest of Uenvy now have to pull in from behind. Lynx trying to see if he can come in through from behind, but 21st Century, as I said earlier, when you're in the later phases, when that zone starts getting smaller, this is a very strong spot to hold. And Lynx now trying to push up. Gets that reload on. Gonna bait out the push now here with the grenades here. He does see the call in his front. But as I said, these planes, the fact that you can go inside the planes makes it quite hard to push. Makes it very easy to defend as well. Pain Africa somewhere in the background. They did lose 1 player. Lynx just coming through for the jump shot. Oh, wait! How? How? 21st Century! How have you lost that? Did anyone see what happened there? I mean, I was on area view and I was so focused on Pain Africa, I did not see what happened. Wow. Because I was about to say, Lynx, why would you jump like that? You're going to get taken out. But it did look like they took out a little bit of the off angles first, and they were able to capitalize on that, which is actually a very good play if you ask me. But anyway, we move. Gor Gor Esport also falls in the meantime. The TSO Gang remain as a 3-man squad. They do have a little bit of company though. From the side there of cluster shots, who have actually been playing very well in this game, and they do find 2 extra knocks. The LMG MG3 in the hands of 7RBI or 7RB is just too good. 4 eliminations, the team up to 10 now. And if they get this next thirst in front of them onto Nico, that makes it 11. And they're not stopping. But anyway, we still have Team SP here. Somali Pirates looking to doing the damage though. He finds yet another player. 3 eliminations that they're able to accrue right now. But Cluster Shot still looking just as strong. NPCL, nothing to lose. They have a lot to lose right now as they do not have that zone right now. Team Uenvy also do not have the zone and they have to come in through for the attack onto the side of nothing to lose. Lynx and Divide. Divide just sent out a very good grenade though. A little too far. It does do the damage though. And then they continue to send more. That rock has been heavily exposed. Cold. Forced to heal right now. As players there from UNV still looking for a way to push in. But the third party is imminent because there is also Pain Africa wanting the top of this hill from the side there of Nothing to Lose. But I think Nothing to Lose really needs to commit towards the side there of UNV just right behind them, you know. Because Pain Africa is actually on the bottom of the hill. Right now they do have like a 1-2 split. So it is working for the meanwhile. Pain Africa actually taking a whole lot of shots though. They're down by 1 player and Cold would get spotted from the side. By the side of Cluster Shots. Chupapi trying to see what the odds of a revive are. Has Nothing to Lose. Start to send the grenades towards the side here of Pain Africa. 1 player is down to the grenade. Yunf on towards the side. Very low on HP. And Noon definitely knows where that player is. Sends a grenade towards the side of the tree. Looking good. But he bounces off course. Off target indeed. And UNV pulling in from behind. But Nothing to Lose. They are so focused on the side here of Pain Africa. They do not want to let that serve as a distraction. They do not have one too many players. The run over does not come through yet as Noons with the DBS cannot hold on. Nothing to Lose. Eventually lose. As UNV pulling through quite nicely. Another elimination to be stolen by UNV as Lynx goes for the drive through. Loses the back tire. Has to fall. But MLK definitely spots them now. The last player there now for ENV. And Unlimited now having to deal with the players there. From Cluster Shots, 7RB1, the man with the LMG is the one to hold down the fort. The grenade lands, and I think he's not getting it yet. 7RB still has to grab that revive up though, trying to get his HP back up. Indeed, he will do that. I do not know if there are any throwables. He does have 5 grenades, so he can chunk one just right into that building there. He doesn't even need to cook it. All he needs to do is force Demon King to come out of that building. And a lot of long-range shots, though, going in through from the side there of the Somali Pirates. And here comes the LMG, though, to take out the Demon King. And down he falls, indeed. 7RB1. Definitely a standout player today. 13 eliminations for the entire team, and he's got 5. A 4-way fight coming on right now. No team has got a full squad left. MLK still alive for the side of UNV. Just using the disguise of the vehicle. Hasn't been spotted just yet, but he definitely sees those smokes coming in through from 7RB1. He cannot take the shots just yet as the blue zone now starts to move. Has to get into the vehicle, but he knows. He's trying to use that player as a distraction though. But 7RB1 starts to drive into the circle. Vehicle now burst up into flames as 7RB1 does choose to stop. But UNV, MLK does get taken out by the side. And 7RB1, given that this player is still in possession of that MG3, anything could happen, but they are very aware of his position now. He needs to fall prone, but prone is not going to save him from the grenades as the Somali Pirates gets themselves the first winner chicken dinner of the day. 8 eliminations that they were able to get, and a GG well played if you ask me. Second place is going to be the side there of Cluster Shots. They did a lot of damage, a lot of work, 13 eliminations and a second place finish. Not a bad showing at all. One moment. My apologies, I am back now. But as I said, not a bad showing at all. Team UNV in 3rd position with 9 eliminations. We love to see that one. 4th place is going to be Pain Africa with 3 eliminations, courtesy of Pony. The side of Unlimited with 5 eliminations in 5th position. 6th place is going to be Nothing to Lose with 3. TSO Gang in 7th with 1. Gor Gor Esport in 8th with 3. Ruthless Gaming AF, I believe. Yeah, in 9th position with 5. 21st Century 10th position in 1. Wild Rush in 11th position with none. The Yonko crew going out in 12th position with 1 elimination. The players there from Revenge None in 13th with none. They did go out to that play zone. GTR Esports in 14th position with 3 eliminations. SPT in 15th with 1. Side there of INEX in 16th position with no eliminations to their name. But that was the first game done and dusted. Enjoyed this one, and that is such a great way to start the quarterfinals of this event here. So definitely, you know that these teams are out for blood. I really cannot wait to see how the remaining 2 games of the day goes. We're going next into Miramar, and after Miramar we'll be going into Sanhok. So right now, be sure to stay tuned. If you've not liked the stream, I really do not know what you're doing. Subscribe to the channel, like the stream. Be sure to share that stream to friends, enemies, families, and pretty much anyone who has the YouTube app. In fact, anyone who has an access to an internet, you want to send that to them. Tell them to come watch the SRG League, because things are about to go down. We're only going to see a couple of teams making it to the next stage, so you do know that a lot of work is needed to be done. But I'm not going to keep you here for too long. We have to get into the next game. I'll see you guys in Miramar.
We can set the world on fire, fire. So here we are, here we are. Oh, so in the dark, in the dark. Oh, now it's the start, it's the start. I just let me out. Only living for the moments, only living for the time, only living for the hoping, only for what is right, only living for the focus of freedom to survive. Yeah, I'm full of, yeah, I'm Nothing could have prepared me for the high stakes heartbreak that surrounds me. You want me, you won't let me go. So I burn slow. I can feel you coming like a wildfire. I'm just the fuel, baby, you're the lighter. If I'm not careful, you'll burn right through my soul. Burning like a wildfire, dying on myself.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the SRG League Season 2. This is the quarter-finals of the tournament, and we have got Lobby A versus Lobby B going at it against each other. We have seen the first game of the day done and dusted, where we saw the players there from the Somali Pirates grab themselves the first winner chicken dinner of the day. They were able to do that with 8 beautiful eliminations to go alongside it. Things that we love to see. But other things that we've seen other teams start to step up to the challenge. We've seen other teams try to grab themselves eliminations, and we can kind of see the strategies that these teams are bringing into the tournament. So, you know, we're keeping our eye out to see if these strategies are going to work out for them going in towards the late game. But that being said, it's only a matter of time before we get ready and we get into the map there of Miramar. And I need to stop adjusting my Dura because it's already good, you know. Pretty sure already really good. But anyway, without long talk, further talks, Shadi Adu, Hulabalu Oiti Toiti, and Shikri Midi, we are going to be getting into the next game of the day. Let's get it. Game 2, Miramar, going all the way from Puerto Paraiso up towards the trailer park on the ruins. Playing path does look good. Chimasera is accessible. Los Leones is very accessible. The Bendita and Generalis towards the graveyard is accessible. Impala is accessible. San Martin, Hacienda del Patron, accessible. If you're good at jumping, you should be able to make it all the way to water treatment. La Cabrera, very accessible. The Ruins and the Trailer Park, also accessible. Same thing can be said about Monte Nuevo and El Pozo, all accessible. And, you know, if we're looking towards the center of that map, definitely Picado and the Power Grid, accessible for anyone who would fancy to land in such locations. But yeah, 16 teams locked and loaded, 63 players, one team not coming in with as much players as they would have wanted, and we do have that playing path already displaying itself out there, going towards that northwestern side of the map. So teams in San Martin, El Pozo, La Cabrera, water treatment do get themselves the first circle of the day. We do have the majority of the playing though jumping off towards that you know, the earlier phases. So we have like quite the number of teams around Los Leones, have quite the number of teams around El Azaha, and without wasting too much time, we are just going to be going over there. A couple of teams already fighting for the vehicles, and it's going to be 21st Century suffering the first casualty of the evening of the game, as they do lose the IGL quite early in the game on their landing looking for a vehicle. Oh, damn. Not R6K. Unfortunately down. First player down for the side of Gor Gor Esports. Oh, sorry, from Gor Gor Esports. Did swallow that grenade coming in through. And it does look like Mokaz is looking for that revive. Impala is not a very fun place to play if you ask me. Do you have a high ground advantage coming through from CU? Hopefully he's able to see the enemies. 21st Century going to have to be delayed on their rotate. And it does look like Unlimited would make it into the graveyard first. Might be looking like they might want a little bit of the Uenvy players who are just right on the outskirts. Montenuevo is also somewhere we've got another hot drop. We have Revengers None up against the side of INEX Esports. And I didn't really get to watch INEX Esports in the first stages. So, you know, right now, I'd like to see what they're made of. La Cobre, look at this. El Pozo empty, water treatment empty, Hacienda empty, Picado empty. But we have a whole lot of hot drops everywhere. Anyway, it's the first day of the quarterfinals. I would allow it. Tomorrow, I do not expect to see this many hot drops anymore. And I was going to say, going into Miramar, I was expecting a little bit of hot drops, but not too much. Not this much. You know, it does look like every single team is fighting for his spot, you know. I'm not gonna lie, I think I'm the type of player to actually message you know, like another team's IGL and say, you know what, let's play rock paper scissors, let's play a TDM game. Whoever wins the TDM gets the drop location tomorrow. No stories asked, no questions asked. That way you kind of know, you know, where you land. I mean, it's not very efficient at least, but you know that you have one place to land and it's not going to be contested, you know, or hopefully not going to get contested, you know. And I think that's why these Discord servers exist. Maybe I'll just go into the Discord server, you know, play with the top manager that, hey, I'm looking to land in Picado tomorrow, or sorry, I'm looking to land in Impala tomorrow. If I lose this 1v1 against, you know, Gor Gor Esports, I'm going to Picado, no questions asked, you know. But it does that almost forms like a tournament within a tournament, you know. But as I said, I'm just that type of person. I think I could just meet somebody and be like, you know what? Let us play 1v1, rock, paper, scissors this shit out, and let us get, apologies for the language. But let us, you know, rock, paper, scissors this thing out, and whoever wins get to keep the drop location. No stories asked. Now, on the other hand, I'm also still that type of player that if I lose the 1v1, I'm not going to land there tomorrow. However, I'm going to land in the outskirts. You know, take you out on rotation. Because the deal was, just don't land with me, no? But anyway, that is just me rambling on and on about, you know, how poorly I play this game. The mentality definitely not advised for competitive players. Definitely you wanna fight and defend your drop location. However, when you start to look at it in the tournament format, I mean, you can still afford to do it in the quarterfinals. You know, quite the number of teams would still qualify. You can use the other maps to make up for it. However, when you start to look at the finals, semifinals, finals, then you've actually got stuff on the line. You know, you have things to fight for. You have things to lose. You know, hopefully By then, you'd be able to play better. Anyway, it does look like a Wild Rush would be making their way out of La Cabrera, maybe. Or maybe they just have a flank angle. And I'm not concerned about the hot drop in La Cabrera and Monte Nuevo taking long. However, the one that is happening here in Impala needs to be wrapped up, you know. Gor Gor Esports and TSO Gang really need to get it all done and dusted, because you cannot continue to waste any more time in this drop location. Both teams are barely looted up. Max Bob doesn't even have a helmet, you know. Rect only has level 1 shield. I'm pretty sure there isn't enough ammo in that vector. No grenades, 1 smoke, 2 medkits, you know. Ricardo is here, not the same thing, you know. Kazoo's also the same thing. So you can tell that they're poorly looted. This guy doesn't even have a vest in CU. You know, Mokaz has a level 2 vest, but his gun weapon or his weapons are definitely not his weapons of choice. I mean, he's got a holo scope on his MK12 or M12K MK12, so definitely not the preferred loadout, I'm pretty sure, you know, especially in terms of the scope. And look at that, med count 0. You can get a little bit more, but not the meds, you know. So it's like you don't have the utils to remain in this fight for as long as possible. And this is what I keep saying about drop locations. It's not just about landing, it's about knowing how to leave. Because both teams, if I were to be one of the teams, I would have expected that, you know what, this team is not ready to fight with me. They got a knock and they're not pushing up. They're not ready to fight. I'm just gonna, this little loot we have, we're getting out of here, we're going to loot somewhere else. You know, we're just gonna go straight into the circle. But you know, both teams just staying out there like, okay, are you going to push now? No. Will you push? No. And what are we going to do? We're just going to keep watching and, you know, wasting our times. You know, I don't even think I've seen any vehicles on the outskirts. But anyway, I'm going to stop yelling at them and pull over to the side there of INEX Esports, who do seem to be drawing closer to Revengers None. I also did see Team Unlimited on the elimination feed as well. Did get a knock onto the side of GTR. Doesn't look like the Demon King would be able to grab his the thirst. But we'll keep a close eye on the elimination feed. We do have a little bit of a fight looming towards that southern edge of the circle though. Nothing to lose, already losing cold. And they're down to the final 3 players. Naruto just driving into that vehicle. Do not think they want any of that stress for the time being. They'll be leaving that player. Oh, actually, leave no player behind, because that is my ninja way. But it looks like the vehicle, the explosion, definitely going to let Cold go out in a hot manner. Quite unfortunate scenes we're seeing here. Pain Africa, though, already finding their way out of La Cabrera. We've seen them do a lot of motion. Teams out here in Impala have still not started fighting, as we do see rotational clusters coming in through. Oh, no, the Somali Pirates. They did win that first game, but right now having a little bit of troubles with the rotation. Gor Gor Esport eventually getting 1 knock. And hopefully they're going to be capitalizing on that one, as TSO down by 1. The first aid kits are low. The blue zone is pushing up. It's not helping matters. CU needs to get his HP back up. The revive does come through. Still a little bit of a stalemate, and I'm just going to keep my eye out on the elimination feed for when the the zone starts to take out the players there one after the other. Revengers None, currently out here in El Pozo. Too much sense disturbing unknown there from INEX, as he does get uprooted from that vehicle. Hector has 1 grenade. I would have suggested to chunk a grenade over there. Definitely he does have that mindset there. Sends it out. Does seem a little short, and it's not going to get the knock just yet. Hector, though, would lose HP coming in through from the flank angle there by Mommy. And I'm not sure if Mommy has got a grenade, but definitely this is not a place that is very fun to push. Has to push from the outside, though. Hector definitely sees that motion coming in through. And here comes the 1v1. Hector loses that one as Mommy takes him down. You know, asking that question essentially. The rest of Revolution Rangers None, currently in the outskirts. Doesn't look like they want to avenge their teammate. And there we go. Playzone already taking on the players there from TSO. Pain Africa with the players there from Wild Rush do look to have gotten started though. 1 knock already coming in through. Make that 2 as Pain Africa lose 2 players in the blink of an eye. Wild Rush still remain alive. Coming in from the side is going to be Yoon, who does get spotted as King there for the support for his teammate. Grabs that 1 extra knock. Takes the confirm as well. It's going to be ammo 33k. The last player left, or 33. The last player left to hold down the fort. Wild Rush definitely looking for that player. That is a very good nade. Fortunately, Unfortunately, not quite able to get the thirst just there. Just send out another one. It does look good, but he makes the move now. Now they have a pinpoint location as to where he is. Samir, though, behind the fence, going for the pre-fires. Gets a couple of shots to connect, but if Nan is not giving up ammo, will get shot out from behind. 4 eliminations onto the side of Wild Rush, and Pain Africa will eventually fall. Teams out there are still going out to the blue zone. Gor Gor Esports did get 1 knock, and all of them are just bleeding out to the blue zone. I don't even want to be in that fight. There's really no reason watching that. Team INEX still going up though against the players there from well, not just Revolution or Revengers, none. They also have the players there from I believe there was another team on here, at least for the third party. But it just looked like Revengers none would have to grab themselves revives. And also HP bars from Troy needs to go out. And if I do not know any better, definitely tell you that Troy is the IGL for that team. Zone starting to close up a little bit. Superpower team finding their way into the zone. They have a little bit of a unwilling split going on here. The GTR team out there on the north, currently in water treatment, going up against Uenvy. Uenvy definitely playing like a smart team there, leaving that fight as that zone does move again. The fire team would be the one finding themselves in the zone for the time being. All things being considered, they have a very strong position. How well can they play that position is what the question is. Team 9, and that is FireøOUT Esports. And here comes the push though. Revolution none, or Revengers none. Pushing up onto Unknown, and Unknown doesn't seem to have too many, weapons in the hand. Troy is not going to give up on this one just yet. Sends out the grenade towards the side. It's a very beautiful grenade. Sends out Unknown. That is back to the lobby. You go. 4 eliminations, 3 courtesy of Troy. And look at him. He's just having fun with it, you know. Love it. Down towards the side, we've got nothing to lose. Naruto. He's been downed. Or his teammate has been downed. But thankfully, you can put players in the back of the chair now, in the back of the vehicles, even though they're knocked. And that is what is going to drive them, see them making it through with enough players into the circle. A lot of POIs, though. Definitely a lot of POIs that you can play. You can definitely play on this hill that FireøOUT is holding. Mountain Level Hill is also a very good spot. Whatever you do, you don't want to be in this compound because it is in the bottom of 2 hills. You're just going to get tagged up like I don't even know what. Where nothing to lose does seem to be heading to also another high ground that you can hold. Easily third party it, but you should be fine. You should only have to worry about the compound there, which you can also hold. A good position of its own. It's a good spot to hold. Get the sights onto the power grid over there. Actually, if you're coming in from the northeast, this is also a good spot to hold. Nothing really good on that eastern side though. It's just a lot of rough terrain, you know, to play. And yeah, it really is the outskirts of power grid. It's not fun at all. But anyway, enough Crowns Nuggets. Enough of Crowns' Nuggets. A lot of action does look to be looming in the center of the circle there. FireøOUT Esports do have their eyes on the side there of Castle 1. Make that cluster shot, I'm sorry. Gor Gor Esport still going out one after the other to that blue zone. As I said, there was absolutely no reason for them to stay in the zone for that long. And look at that. Terrain is not good on Miramar. Nobody has got any more meds. Now they've lost their vehicles. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, hopefully it's lesson learned for them. Because it's like 3 eliminations at the expense of what? You know? Why? Crowns, are you free agent? When you say free agent, do you mean playing the game? I'm a very bad player of the game, so in as much as I'm a free agent, I just love to remain as a casual player. Because I like to say competitive players should have done this and done that so that I will not do it. And I can continue to say it because I'm from the spectator. You get me? Anyway, it does look like Secutor is going to be having a little bit of fun with the Wild Rush players here as he starts to chunk the grenades downstairs. Samir just hit that one, And another one to follow suit definitely is going to get the knock. Ah, a little too overcooked in the wrong direction. And Wild Rush, I believe now they are aware that that hilltop is being occupied. Definitely has to find a different place to stay now. Said it's a very strong position being held by FireøOUT Esports, and they do get that next circle. And see why I said you don't want to be in that compound? You will be getting shredded, bro. Gor Gor Esport losing more players to the blue zone. Are we surprised? I don't think so. I do not think so. Anyway, a lot of actions coming in through though. I don't really see anyone going down to it. Wild Rush would continue up on that rotation, looking to make it in from that western edge. And they do look like they want to go towards the Yonko crew here, who are still up as a full squad, by the way. Have one elimination, holding a very strong spot. And now they can see, like, man, this position is so beautiful. Like, look at that. You literally have like a crown. The only thing that can stop you is grenades. And I don't even know how someone will even get close enough to grenade you. Look at how long away that they're able to get the knocks onto the side of Wild Rush. Man, Yonko crew, you guys just hold on to this position. You really have no reason to push. Just keep damaging their vests. You know, don't do it back and forth, but just do enough to let them know that you're here. Uenvy though, fighting up against the side there of Cluster Shots. Cluster Shot already losing 2 players, so it's not even fun times. Uenvy needs to grab their revives up. 2 players down for them, and it doesn't even look like the side there of Unlimited really want to take this fight, or maybe they do, as we do see Fahad on the off angle here. They've got grenades though, and that is what they want to let to do the talking. It's a cute bird you've got on the shoulder as well. As 21st century gets started with nothing to lose, down towards that southeastern edge. 21st century at the gatekeeper, so I shouldn't expect them to be in a lot of trouble. But Uenvy now having to deal with this idea of Unlimited. Now they've got their grenades. We're going to be pulling over to the side there of Cluster Shots, who have been taking a lot of shots towards everyone in the circle there. GTR happens to be the one on the receiving end this time. Kayowski is able to survive for the time being. We're going to be putting over to Nothing to Lose as they crash up onto the last player there from 21st Century. Achilles though sends the first grenade. Does the damage. Does have another one being sent out. Cannot quite get that one to be on the money just yet. 3x on the UMP is good to find 2. Switching over to the ultimate squad wiper, but a grenade lands in his face and he falls. 21st Century down in 12th position. That zone moves again. FireøOUT continue to have that high ground advantage. Side there of Revolution or Revengers None pushing up towards Yonko crew. And I said earlier, Yonko crew have got very, very nice position to hold. Troy definitely will get thirsted now. And that is going to be the end of his run. Virus, though, picks up the heel, gets himself a knock. Thirst not quite looking possible. He's not in the circle right now. Currently getting pushed by the entirety of the squad here. Virus. Vehicle tire has been exposed. That is a tree there, but I understand the idea. That's a very good grenade behind the fence. Doesn't quite catch him yet. And Virus trying to hold on to his end. Yonko crew, they're looking strong on this one. I think they still have all 4 players alive. Indeed they do. So they grab that revive. 3 eliminations for the time being. FireøOUT still continue to move on the top of that hill, get themselves more of the high ground advantage. Wicha trying to buy a lot of time. Wild Rush looking to find one knock as Wicha does complete his flank angle. Spots the player behind the fence, waiting for the cover of his teammates. Virus trying to push in from the left hand side, but Wicha continues to bait. The shots are there and Virus falls as Yonko crew gets all eliminations from that fight. 4 eliminations to their name now, and we continue. FireøOUT Esports already losing just 1 player for the time being. They still have 2 eliminations up. Currently leaving the top of the hill for reasons best known to them, because I do not know why Basti is here. I would expect him to be up here, behind these rocks. This one here. Here, like where the players there from Nothing to Lose are trying to hold. Yeah, is where I would have expected them. But anyway, GTR currently in that blue zone, needs to move, but it does look like he's going to be staying outside for the time being. Uenvy down to just the 1 player now, and that is beautiful return fire coming in through. But the shots from the top of the hill is going to be doing a lot of damage though. GTR Esports, Kayowski. Come on, don't play. Sit down. Noon. 7 eliminations for the entire squad there for Nothing to Lose. And they continue on the prowess. Longwood pushing up from the Yonko crew. DBS in the hands, but cannot quite hold on. falls and instantly gets thirsted. The rest of Yonko crew now down to hold on as a 3-man squad needs to push into the zone, and FireøOUT Esports, they continue to have the nice position in the circle. As much as I said they shouldn't have left the top of the hill or left the top of the hill, right now they are looking strong on the bottom of the hill in those compounds, as they're able to see a couple of players there. I don't think they can maximize it by getting eliminations, but it is still a good spot for rotations or for positioning nonetheless. And here comes the push coming in through. Bastido having a little bit of fun. It is shooting practice for him, but unfortunately not quite able to get any knocks just yet, as Witcher now forced to heal. FireøOUT throwing out the Molotov cocktails. Nothing to lose, continue to hold that high ground, trying to capitalize on it before they need to move. And it is Yonko crew to find the first knock onto no one but someone. You get me? And that zone reduces once again. And FireøOUT team continue to spam those grenades towards the Yonko crew. Smokes also with the aim to grab a revive. But Yonko crew cannot rest just yet, as the side there of Castle Shot starts to push in now. Cluster Shot, pardon me. Here now does find the first knock, and he's going to start to move now, as FireøOUT continue to hold on to their fort. And oh, here now definitely has to spot him. Witcher sees him coming in through. 7 eliminations for the team just out there, and nothing to lose. Continue with the Wild Rush team. One player is down, and it's going to be no one. Naruto, the last player left, and there isn't too much he can do. He's got grenades now. Currently heavily focused on the side there of Yonko crew. Right now it is a 3-way fight, or maybe a 4-way fight if you ask me. And nothing to lose would fall in 4th position. FireøOUT down to just the 2 players. Yonko crew is still alive, and they're looking very strong. Wild Rush on the outskirts. And I think Wild Rush, the one team that has a very good position out here. Yonko crew now realizing and figuring out that there is third party in this fight. Finding out that in the hard way. And this is looking to be a promising nade now from here now. Does spam it in. Does get the damage done. Supports it with the UMP shots. And would find the knock. No one. The last player left. But Wild Rush are stealing away those eliminations. He's definitely seen that player there. The grenade now goes upstairs. Is it on the money? Bounces off, but does do the work. Actually, it is Wild Rush Coops from the outskirts doing in the work here now. He is tired of that man. It is a 3v3. And Wild Rush already up to 9 eliminations. They have the zone, or at least the edge of the circle. Not too much cover to play with, but they have the high ground, or a little bit of an high ground to play with. And Yonko crew begin to move out. They need to go for a little bit of a separation. But Wild Rush staying all together. If there is one grenade from the side of Yonko crew, it might just get the work done. But Wild Rush are being proactive here with the grenades, and Ado does stand up to make that move, but those barrages of grenades are just a little too good. Stressing out the players there from Yonko crew, and there is the first knock on to Witcher. Now with 3v2, as it is supported with the shots. Not too much that can be done. Daxo trying to bait them out to push. But that peak is not something that is really needed to be done by the side there of Wild Rush. They do have that high ground. And they're just trying to bait out the shots. And oh, spots the backpack there, Daxo. Gets the one knock, evens the tides. And now he has the information there, but the revive would come through. Same thing can be said for Yonko crew as they... Oh, the second knock is found. They need to push. They need to push. The smokes are set. And there they go. Yonko crew on the run for the chicken dinner. Coops has been spotted behind the buggy. The shots are there, but none to connect. They would come in through from the side, and Yonko crew find themselves the chicken dinner. 11 eliminations in what seemed to be like a game that was crumbling right in front of their faces. A lot of the eliminations stolen by Wild Rush, but eventually they were able to discipline them. That second knock was absolutely crucial from here now. And as he was able to pull that one off, enabled the entire push coming in through from them. And they swept away that winner chicken dinner, doing it in style. Wild Rush in second position. 9 eliminations, a very strong showing. They did do a lot of third partying, stole a lot of eliminations. But when it came down to the final fight, they just were not able to stay as calm as possible. They had the advantage. They had no reason, absolutely no reason, to still be trying to pick up, giving that first knock. And this is the beauty of PUBG Mobile, because all you need to do is just see a tiny fraction, a tiny pixel from the enemies. And once you see that, once you're able to shoot that accurately, it's a GG's. And it's exactly what Yonko crew were able to do. FireøOUT had a very strong position at the beginning of the game. Unfortunately, not quite able to utilize it to the maximum. Only getting 3 eliminations from that one. Nothing to lose. Holding the positions that FireøOUT Esports were not able to capitalize on. Getting themselves 8 eliminations to finish the game. Cluster Shot in 5th position with 1. GTR Esports in 6th with 2. Superpower Team in 7th with 1. Uenvy in 8th position with 5. Somali Pirates in 9th position with 1. Revengers 1 or Revengers None in 10th position with 4 elims. Unlimited in 11th with 2. 21st Century in 12th with none. Gor Gor Esport in 13th with 3. TSO Gang in 14th with none. INEX ESPORTS in 15th with 2. And Pain Africa going out early to that hot drop fight in 16th place with no eliminations to their name. And what a game we've just witnessed. This Miramar was absolutely bonkers. This is why we love the map of Miramar. Starting off with a playing path that wasn't, or actually that was very, very good, but teams not quite able to capitalize on that very good playing path, as we started to see a lot of hot drops here and there. And after the hot drop situations were done, you know, we started to see the rotations coming in through, and the teams were able to play this one to the T. But man, you've got to give Yonko crew their flowers. They came into this game very aggressive. I like the fact that they were not doing a 4-man rotation. They continue to split up that rotation, having at least one player behind, trying to clear out the outskirts of the compound of wherever they're going into, and that really worked out well for them. They were able to get themselves 11 eliminations and the chicken dinner. I cannot complain. That is the type of style of gameplay that I really love to see. But that being said, 2 games done and dusted. We're down to the last game. It's going to be the chaos of Sanhok, so do not go anywhere. I will be right back for more PUBG Mobile action.
No, I can't take the silence. Now I find comfort in the rain. Tell me, who can I rely on when those I love cause me pain? Calls your name at night. I'm frozen in the snow.
Sometimes lost thoughts lead you astray. Then I cry, then I feel pain. Why do I suffer so much? I would love to feel your touch. Baby, I don't want to go. I feel so lost without you. Baby, I don't know where to go. I feel so lost without you. Baby, I don't know where to go. I feel so lost without you. Baby, I don't know where to go. I feel so lost without you. Save me before I pass out. Save me before I pass out. Before I pass out. Hold your breath and hold me tight. I'm messing with your mind. My eyes are sharp like your blade. I drive your mind insane. Drive your mind insane.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the SRG League quarterfinals for the season 2. We have seen 2 games done and dusted, and we're down to the final game of the day. It's going to be none other but Sanhok. You know the vibes. We've seen 2 beautiful gameplays, 2 beautiful games come through. With game number 1 going to the Somali Pirates, game number 2 going to the Yonko crew, and now we are going to. And now we are going over to the third and final game of the day. I expect this to be a very chaotic game because of two reasons. One, it is Sanhok. Two, it is the final game of the day. So I believe everyone is probably just going to be like, you know what, let's just go all out. And to be honest, I kind of like it. I support it. If you're a team that has not really done well today, 21st century being one, I'd say this final game is a game where you just want to go all out. You do not want to start thinking too much of strategies. Try to go all out and maybe get a feel of the lobby. A better feel of the lobby. Because it does feel like 21st century, I have not really gotten that chance to really fight the teams in the lobby and see if they actually, or what they are lacking in. So I think going into the final game, they could just decide to, it's Sanhok out also, you know, go out, take shot, get your body, get yourself feeling good, so you know that going into tomorrow, you're feeling more confidence than you felt, you know, in the first two games of the day. Crowns nugget for the day, boom, dropped. Let's get into the next game. Welcome to Sanhok. As we do see that playing path, we don't really mind in the map of Sanhok here. Everyone should be able to get to their drop location. Second time in this tournament. I watched the first stage and nobody landed in Painan. Now this is the second phase, the quarterfinals. Nobody again in Painan. I'm starting to wonder, what is the gist about Painan? Is there something going on that I don't know? Because tell me why there is 1, 2, 3, 4 teams in boot camp. Good gracious God. Even bro, I don't even want to say it, but I expect the strongest of the strongest teams to be the ones in boot camp, you know. And with the way Revengers None has played today, I don't see them as a team that should be landing in boot camp, you know. But anyway, Hector does have a little bit of a shot, or well, a little of an idea of what's going on. And Hector already losing a whole lot of HP though, looking to push up towards the side, as the side of Revengers None already find themselves losing 2 players, and they're about to make that 3 though, but Virus holds on very strongly with the S12K, does a little bit of damage there. Hector does fall on the other side of things, and Virus forced to push, auto pickup fucks him up, and down he goes. And as I said, not a team that I would expect to be in boot camp. They're not. I think you need to be a certain level of strong before you can start to land in boot camp, you know. So Pain Africa, you can land in boot camp. Of course, you have shown me that you're a strong team. I know them to be a strong team. You know, the side of Yonko crew, given that last game that they've played, it's understandable to see them in boot camp. But, you know, I'm not expecting to see, you know, Revengers 1 or Revengers None in boot camp. Not to talk down or talk bad. It's just a situation of what I've watched so far just doesn't show me that they have what it takes to handle the heat of that position. Because if you look at it, every other team that is in boot camp right now are still alive. You know, not everyone actually has pushed up into the fights. They kind of know how to hold on the fort. So yeah, that's just it. I'm not going to dwell on the topic for too much. Out here in Camp Charlie, we have the side of Uenvy going up against Unlimited. A little bit of a stalemate that is ongoing here as we await the fights there in boot camp. The zone is down towards the southern side of the map, south central. So you do know that you're expecting that fight in boot camp we're expecting that fight in boot camp to really happen. You know. But anyway, first knock already coming in through, and an instant thirst to follow suit as well. As UNV find their first knock onto the side of Unlimited. UNV does look to be pushing up closer and closer, with flank leading the push. Trying to isolate the side of Demon King. And Weiwei just trying to distract them for the time being. Flank definitely realizes that there is a player on the outskirts. Fahad also aware, he does see it. Oh! Picks it a little too much. Lynx is going to find that knock. And that is 2 players down for the side of Unlimited. Flank is going to push up through to grab the final thirst onto that one. Or maybe just push up to Weiwei, because it does look like they know where Weiwei is. So they're just pushing to Weiwei's position, trying to isolate that player. But it does mean that that revive might just come through. Is that not an M4 downstairs? But anyway, here comes the push. DBS cannot stand up against Weiwei. And an instant thirst to follow suit as well. Running out of 5s there. And that is a beautiful shot coming in through. AKM to support it. And Unlimited down to just the 1 player there in Demon King. To survive for the team here. He does spot them moving in through as Lynx does get that thirst. Spots him. Come on, down. One knock. DBS now pushing up towards his position. Even for head. Don't even play with the Demon King now. 2 knocks. And looking for the final. Reloading that shotgun. Finds the pump reload. Ooh, the pre-fires are good. Playing with the windows. Boom, he tries to get one more. But cannot get it in. And Uenvy emerge victorious of the fights there in Camp Charlie. 4 eliminations, they lose 2 players. But surviving with 2. And they might just be fine for the rest of the game. We pull back to the fighting boot camp. It does look like FireøOUT Esports would not be engaging in this one. I see them just circling around on the outskirts, so I don't expect them to fight. Ooh. Alright. Yeah, so they're just observing from the outside. Oh, so it is Yun FPS. I always pronounce it as Yunf. Because really, it does look like Yunf. Or is it UN? Ooh, it could be UN. So it could be UN FPS. I mean, you guys with your names, though. Anyway, y'all be safe. Y'all be safe. Uh-oh. Pain Africa, though. They did lose Porny. That is 1 player down. To the Yonko crew players. Who were also down by 1. So now the tides are even. It's a 1v1 or 3v3 now. And UN FPS is just going to fall back a little bit. FireøOUT Esports already looking to push in closer. They still have that Secutor player just on the outskirts. Not quite looking to expose his position just yet. Well, we anticipate the push coming in through. Apologies for the long pause. Yonko crew, just still outside, looking to push up a little bit. And it does look like our FireøOUT Esports now already starting to do the damage. The Katsu now getting pushed in the dips and the trenches of the boot camp. And he's able to get his HP back up. Pre-fires coming in through. He's got DBS to his hand as well. And he's trying not to shoot it so he can get this player to push him, fall into his trap. Definitely a way to play. But anyway, FireøOUT Esports already looking to push up closer and closer. Trying to isolate the players there from Yonko crew. Here now trying to buy himself a little bit of time. And players there from Pain Africa also putting in a little bit of third party from their own ends. The 3-way fight out here in boot camp. 15 teams still alive in the background as that zone does move again towards the south. The entirety of boot camp is out of discussion now. Pain Africa start to chunk the troubles towards the players there from Yonko crew. They will be taking the benefit and the advantage of the compound for the time being. No one from FireøOUT already looking to push up, and I believe the Katsu definitely spots that player. DBS engagements coming on through. I'm just going to push outside, gets that one knock. The Katsu goes for the instant thirst. From behind is where they've got more trouble looming. As we've got here now, getting pushed by 1, make that 2. The third party, very imminent. And Yonko crew needs to survive this one. Hoping for the push there from the side of FireøOUT Esports. But the third party, the off angle, I'm sorry, from the last player there from FireøOUT is good. Forcing here now to remain and not push up onto that position. And here comes Papa Blue. And DBS it. It's going to take down Longwood. 2 players left now. 1 player from the Yonko crew still in the trenches. The push now coming in through. So they start from the outside on Mexiquita. The Katsu still remains in that little the Katsu remains in that little shack there, and here now does get shot at a lot. It's gonna fall into the trenches. Hopefully they will be able to escape this one. As Herna is going to have to grab his HP back up. Now the zone moves further towards the south. A lot of the other teams do look to have a very good position as Pain Africa lose one more. Yonko crew already up to 3 eliminations. And they've only got a 2-man squad. Make that a 1-man as TSO does get spotted by the third party from Pain Africa. Molotov to the edge of the building there, to the door, the entrance. Preventing any potential pushes coming in through. And Pain Africa continue to exchange the bullets. As FireOUT pushes into the compound. DBS finds 1, looking for 2. And Mesquita doesn't quite spot the player just yet. He's caught in the loot. 1 player does get felled. But that is going to be all for Yonko crew as they fall. Pain Africa are still in the vicinity with 1 elim. FireOUT are the ones with the most of the elims here. They've capitalized. 3 squads landed in here. And they have 7 eliminations. That is 12 players landed. And out of 12, they had 8 to take out. I believe. Am I doing that math correctly? No, I'm not. 16 players landed here. 2 teams left. And they have 7 eliminations. They had 12 to take out. And they have 7 out of 12. Anyway. We move. As I said, for 21st Century, I'm actually expecting them to go all out in this game as compared to trying to play conservative. You hear the shots, you push the shots. You know, kind of play like classics. But it doesn't look like that is what they are trying to do today. At least not for the time being. And as I said, if I were to be 21st Century, I'm not thinking about this. I'm just pushing. Get yourself the vehicles in the map here of Sanhok and utilize it to the maximum fullest, you know. I know it's tautology, but I like to say it. A lot of buildings to play in the circle, though, by the way, which is why we're not really getting any much engagements, because everyone is pretty much in the circle. And those that will prevent an issue are currently in the lobby. Or, well, some of those that will present an issue are currently in the lobby right now. Zone shift comes through, though, by the way. It goes up towards the north. Does look like there might be a little bit of trouble in Camp Charlie real soon. Other than that, I also see a little bit of trouble looming on the northern hemisphere. A superpower team looking to get approached by Somali pirates up in the quarry side of the Sanhok map. Sagi sees one, hears one. Definitely aware now. Ah, GG's. Who's gonna say it with me? 1 player falls for the side of superpower team. Boom, boom. Whoa! No! Oh, 1 player falls though. The third party or the off angle is there. Sit down. Don't even play. 2. 1 more player left for the side there of the Somali pirates. Installed. I'm just looking for another way into the circle, but not on Isagi's watch. They completely fall. And the defense was good. Nothing to lose now. Find themselves in a beautiful engagement with INEX Esports. Already getting 3 players down. They're down to 1. But their elims are currently getting stolen. My Naruto on. They backed out into a corner and thought about a grenade though. That's a good one. Not quite able to find the damage. And he falls. 2 players left for nothing to lose in Nuna and Code. Alrighty. And it looks like things are finally starting to go down. Wild Rush laying a hand onto the side there of Castle Shots as they try to get into the zone. In the zone, definitely doing us what we wanted to do. Cook us, you the zone, cook us. Moves up towards that northern side. We're going to pull up to SPT. They do look like they're dealing with some of the players there from Gor Gor Esports. Gor Gor Esports are able to grab their revives back up. Now everyone needs to move into the circle. This is where it starts to get strenuous. One of the players in the blue zone has been knocked, but there is quite the number of solos in this family. Right now, I can't even tell you where to play. '21st Century in the meanwhile have been eliminated. I do not know how. TSO Gang finding a knock onto one of the players there from the orange peel on the field. Now we start to hear the shots coming in through. That is GTR starting with the TSO Gang. Zone does move up towards the north again. And even towards the south, we've got a lot of trouble as well. DTR continue to rain the shots towards the players there from TSO Gang. Kayowski, not too much met. He needs to stick it now. It has to be now or never, and he doesn't stick it. Down he falls. And now we're down to the final 4 teams. Superpower team still alive on this one. 5 eliminations. All 3 players still alive. And they have an idea of where those teams are as they start to gallivant down towards the south. Coming in from that southeastern edge of the circle. Nothing to lose down to just the 1 player. And STR will lose 1 more. Oh, sorry, maybe that is PT. TSO lose 2 players there to the vehicle explosion. And the third party of the century comes in through. As Noon is looking for that knock. Drop shot comes through from Nokas, but no, Noon is just OP. Gets him down, and Noon now has to get into the zone. Voila. He's navigating. He's like, who do I take out first? The one on my left or the one on my right? It does look like smokes are getting deployed by the SPT team. And what could be a 4v2? And they're sending so much grenade onto the side there of skill player. And the grenade's not quite landing on there just yet. 3 squads still alive. And it's only a time before the Pan African team starts getting pushed. They're hoping both teams actually fight it out. And indeed they do, but this time Kitsune is the one spotted. And now Yun is the last player left. Currently speaking, but no, he picked the wrong person, Tofia. And more grenades coming in through. Can Yun actually pull this off? He cannot. As the chicken dinner goes all the way to super power team. Super power team getting themselves the final chicken dinner of the day. 8 eliminations. Pan Africa in second with 3. Nothing to lose in third with 9. I'm not going to read through this one because this was a very underwhelming Sanhok game. I expected to see more, more players playing well. But unfortunately, I did not get to see that. I mean, we did see a little bit of it. But to be honest, I think Sanhok could have been more chaotic. And maybe it was because of the zone. I really couldn't tell ya. But ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to a close. Brings us to the end of the tournament. End of today's games. We've seen 3 games done and dusted. One taken on by Somali Pirates, the second by Yonko Crew, and the third one by the team here from the Superpower team. Definitely well deserved. They continue again tomorrow, and then once they come in tomorrow, we get to see who is able to retain their spot on the top of the leaderboards or retain their spot into the semi-finals here of the SRG League. But that being said, thank you all for tuning in today. It was fun times as always. It's your boy Crowns, and I will be seeing you guys tomorrow, same time, same place, same tournament, and we'll be seeing who makes it on. Bye bye, and you have a good night.
When I see you